took a wide turn, and that's a play they work on. That's a planned play where the shortstop comes to the cutoff spot and then runs back towards second base, and Ramirez led him perfectly.
Omar Vizquel taking the throw right alongside Ripken. No chance to get back. Man, that's huge.
Well, you guys asked me what I thought. I was right that time. See?
If he'd been running,
it would have been on third easy.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm not a manager. As a whole, if he'd have been going.
Watch Cal look at Vizquel, and now Omar heads right back, and Ramirez leads him perfectly. Ripken never gets near the base.
In Cavilla, 0-1. Well, the Orioles seemed intent on not winning this ball game. Dropping pop flies, men getting caught rounding the bases here. This is no way to beat the Cleveland Indians in their home ballpark.
And we've talked about it the whole series.
All right, Chris, and here it is not yet decided. It is 3-3. The Orioles and the Indians in the 10th inning. We welcome our viewers on ESPN who've been watching the Yankees-Rangers game. 2 down, Eddie Murray at first in Cavilla, the hitter against Jose Mesa. A ball game that Cleveland had led 3-2 into the 9th inning, only to see Mesa come on and give up 3 singles. Roberto Alomar with 2 down and 2 strikes, singling home the tying run, and now we're into the 10th. Just moments ago, after Cal Ripken hit a single, Murray hit a single to right field, and Ripken got caught coming around second on a strong throw by Manny Ramirez to Vizquel. Ripken got tagged out before he could get back to second base. 2 down now with Murray at first.
More close games won or lost by good or bad base running than any single factor.
The 20th strikeout of the day by Cleveland pitcher. 20 strikeouts in 10 innings, and Incavilla has gone 4 times in a row. Manny Ramirez with the throw, and going back to that play, I mean, Ripken coming around second. He's heading for third and gets the stop sign, right?
I don't know if he got the stop sign or he was sizing it up on his own, but again, don't think this was accidental. This is something teams work on. That shortstop goes to the cutoff man, but if he smells the fact that that runner is taking a wide turn, he cuts over, and Ramirez led Vizquel perfectly, and you see Vizcaíno doing all the cheerleading. He was calling him out for the second base umpire, Mark Johnson.
In the 9th inning, with a 1-out beat, B.J. Surhoff came off the Orioles bench as a pinch hitter against Mesa and singled to center. Then Brady Anderson got the base hit, and finally with 2 down and 2 strikes, Roberto Alomar blooped one in to bring home the tying run of the ball game. It is 3-3 as we go to the last of the 10th inning. 44,280. The paid crowd here at the Jake, and a new pitcher has come on for the Orioles and a new right fielder as well. And Albert Bell will be coming up third in this inning. Is Armando Benitez, the man who gave up the grand slam yesterday. And there's Armando Benitez. So he'll have to face Bell again today. And again, the game could well be on the line. Mike Devereaux also in the ballgame to play left field for the Orioles, replacing Incavilla. And I'm John Miller with Kirby Puckett and Dave Campbell. It's been quite a day here in Cleveland. A must-win for the Cleveland Indians. They fell behind 2-0 in the second when Palmeiro and Bonilla hit back-to-back homers against Charles Nagy. But then Nagy started striking people out. Nagy struck out 12 in 6 innings. And the strikeouts have gone on the rest of the day. 20 strikeouts in 10 innings.
John, you never know how a game's going to go, but I think for the Indians, at least on paper, they got to win this thing pretty soon. Otherwise, they're going to have to go to 3 young guys, the choice of 3 young guys in the pen. Danny Graves, Taveras or Chad O.J. That's what they have left in their bullpen. On the other side of the coin, we don't know about Alan Mills, but I think, John, you pointed out very well that had Mills been healthy, he would have been in there in the 8th and 9th.
Again, we have been joined by the audience on ESPN, which have been watching the Yankees-Ranger ball game. And the Yankees won that ball game 6-4 despite falling behind 4-0 early. And the Yankees are into the American League Championship Series against the winner of this series.
I think Vizquel tries to beat out a bunt here. They may test Zeal or Palmeiro. Raffy playing with a bad ankle down at first base. And Zeal, he's in tight.
Vizquel has been on base 3 times today. He's walked once, singled home run, and singled again. He's stolen a base and been thrown out attempting to steal.
Orioles just moved Zeal about 1 step closer to the line.
And a foul tip, strike 1.
Omar squared the bunt, and then we're going to try to take the bat back and whack it past Zeal.
We waited too late to do that. The ball already passed him already.
Again, Alan Mills, the Oriole right-handed, the veteran right-handed, with the groin muscle injury, and obviously unavailable because they would have used him in this game. And if he were still available here, he would have been the man they would have called upon in this spot. The young Benitez coming in instead. Benitez, the 4th Baltimore pitcher of the day. Mike Hargrove has used 6 pitchers out of his bullpen. And a foul back. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Vizquel.
Remember yesterday with Albert Bell at the plate, 3 times Benitez shook off breaking balls called from the bench. I don't know if he'll be shaking anybody off today.
2-2.
Art Perrin, a veteran catcher, he pointed to his left shoulder, and that means to Benitez, keep your shoulder in, you're opening up, and that gets you up in the zone.
Kevin Seitzer and Albert Bell both out of the dugout there. Seitzer due up next, and then Bell. A slider that time. And Vizquel still up there with a 2-2 count. 3 runs, 12 hits for the Orioles with 1 error. 3 runs, 7 hits for the Indians with 1 error. The Orioles have left 11 men on base, and they've only had the 1 hit today by Alomar with men in scoring position. 3-2.
Orioles got away with a leadoff walk in the 9th, plus an error, but you better not tempt fate too often, walking leadoff men 2 innings in a row.
He struck him out. Well, yesterday Benitez came on with the bases loaded and Albert Bell at the plate in the 7th inning of a tie game. And here's the whole sequence. He was throwing on the hard stuff, Kirby.
Well, Albert Bell will kill you if you sit up there and throw fastballs all day and let him get his timing down. He'll kill you.
And that last one, 94 miles an hour. A grand slam into the bleachers in left. And a moment that will live in the annals of Cleveland Indians baseball for a long time to come.
Yeah, Benitez threw at 94 and Albert hit it about 122.
Well, I kind of like what Jesse Orozco said about it all, and that was don't blame it on him. It was my fault.
Orozco had loaded the bases with 3 walks yesterday, and then Benitez came on. Seitzer 0 for 4. 2-0. Albert Bell on deck. The crowd, this is the most quiet that this crowd has been in 2 days here, isn't it?
Seitzer, of course, wears that face guard in front as he was hit twice in the face last year over the last 2 years, suffering broken jaws and cheekbones, so he's got that extra protection up front.
wish he'd have told me to wear one. I'd still be playing.
No, against Dennis Martinez last year.
And the foul ball out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now we've seen some hard throwers coming out of both of these bullpens for a couple days, haven't we?
Nobody's running up in the batter's box. They're digging a line in the sand real deep in that batter's box.
Embry, Shuey, Plunk, Mesa, all out of the Cleveland bullpen, all hard throwers. Benitez out of that Baltimore bullpen.
Mixed in a couple of crafty guys like Assenmacher and Jesse Orozco, just to keep everybody honest.
Benitez only occasionally seems to know where that ball's going today.
Now again, the front shoulder is a key, and Mark Parent points to it again. When you get excited out there, you have the adrenaline. If you keep your front shoulder in, you're going to be able to get the ball in the zone a little better.
And he walked. And now Albert Bell and Armando Benitez, round 3. Benitez walked Bell Wednesday in Baltimore in a tight spot. Bell got him for the grand slam here last night. And of course that was a game-winning hit, but in the 7th inning. And now Albert could win it very suddenly with a home run in this spot. Pat Dobson out to talk to Armando Benitez. Palmeiro also over to speak Spanish with him. Palmeiro, one of the sort of the go-betweens in the Orioles clubhouse with the Spanish-speaking players and the rest.
Now, one of the things Pat worked with Benitez this spring was trying to refine his delivery and get him to have more confidence in his breaking ball. He's always had the explosive fastball, but control problems and the lack of a consistent breaking ball have hurt him. It's almost like a fight, John. Benitez is bouncing around in this corner.
Wait for that bell to ring.
Well, he's got his hands full again, man, here.
That bell's ringing right now at home plate.
Albert Bell. The only hit he's ever had against Benitez was the grand slam yesterday. Albert is hitless today. Walked intentionally in the first, line to center in the 4th, flied to shallow center in the 5th, and flied to right field in the 8th. Bonilla made a nice play on the run along the foul line on that one. So here we go. And he threw the off-speed pitch. It's 0-1. The one he would not throw yesterday.
Only once, shame on me.
Pretty good breaking ball right there, too. You don't see Albert flinch too much. Albert flinched right away. There's no way Albert can hit that ball after he flinched.
Came back with that fastball, and Albert fouled it back 96 miles per hour in the bullpen. A couple of hard throwers warming up. And there's Alan Mills, the veteran right-hander, and the left-hander, Arthur Rhodes.
3 at-bats now for Benitez and Albert Bell, and Benitez has had him 0-2 all 3 at-bats. First time walked him, and we all know what happened yesterday.
A's struck him out, and again he went back to something other than the fastball. That looked like almost like a changeup, didn't it?
That's what it looked like to me. I mean, Albert swung right through it. It didn't look like a fastball. There he is right there coming through. Guess it was just a good old-fashioned, looked like fastball.
Now, the other thing, they tell me that Benitez has been working on a splitter, but I don't know. It didn't appear to be, 90 plus on the radar gun, but Albert drew air.
85 on the radar gun.
It might have been the splitter.
Gun.
It might have been just took a little bit off and had Albert off front.
The batting practice fastball. What do you think?
Well, I don't know if I throw one 0-2. I don't think so.
Whatever it wasn't as fast as the other ones, and it worked. Here's Franco. And it's 0-1.
Some pitchers talk about throwing that batting practice fastball when they're behind 2 and 0 and 3 and 1 because they figure the hitters are geared up for that real hard heat. But I don't think 0 and 2 when a guy's supposed to be doing a little better protecting, you want to throw it there.
Herb Blyleven was the old master of the BP fastball.
Franco 1 for 3 with a walk, the runner going. Parent throw to second base, into center field. Seitzer didn't realize it. And he holds at second base. And Parent is just not throwing the ball well in this series at all.
Now, he rushed that one, and Benitez didn't really pay attention. Kevin only stole 6 bases during the season, but sometimes you got to expect the unusual. Benitez a high leg kick, and Seitzer a big jump.
It was almost just like the throw last night with Lofton running.
He was telling Benitez to keep his shoulder in there. He needs to keep his shoulder in there now when he throws. But I'm sure but Mark is tough coming off the bench. He hasn't played in 2 days.
And a pinch run for Seitzer now. Looks like Casey Candell will come in.
He's fast enough to attempt to steal, but not fast enough to score from second. So Seitzer retires for the day. Candell will be running with everything he's got. At the crack of the bat with 2 down here in the 10th inning. He is the possible winning run. It is 0-2 to Franco. That is strike 3. So Benitez strikes out the side. The day of the strikeout in Cleveland. We move to the 11th inning. Parent and then Brady Anderson and Zeal coming up. 3-3.
Get ready to laugh on the next Sunday movie marathon.
Excellent.
At noon.
Order the double cheese and sausage. Right here, dude.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
You got it, bud.
At 2.
When did the Mongols rule China?
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. At 4. Mel Brooks turns the West upside down. Blazing Saddles. The Sunday movie laugh-a-thon begins at noon on WNUV TV 54. Forged in a fire of greatness, our mighty football team will soon take to the gridiron to challenge a familiar opponent. Ravens versus Colts, Sunday, October 13th at 8 p.m.
Tastes just like chicken.
Coors Light, the silver bullet, is shipped cold to tap the clean taste of the Rockies.
Good boy.
The new Coors Light wide mouth can is here with a giant opening for a smoother pour.
Gary Miller in the studios with an update from Fulton County Stadium. Braves still lead 1-0. Fred McGriff doubled in Chipper Jones, and that combo's at it again. Jones has just stolen second base. McGriff up against Nomo. Glavine with a 1-0 lead. We'll continue to keep you posted on that, but more drama from Cleveland now.
Thank you, Gary. Indeed, it is 3-3 now as we move to the 11th inning. And there you see the beautiful look at Jacobs Field from the Goodyear blimp, Stars and Stripes. The Goodyear blimps are now in their 4th decade of live sports coverage. Crystal clear day here in Cleveland. The lights are on. The shadows have encompassed most of the field now. And Jose Mesa, who rarely does this, goes into his 3rd inning of work. Mesa, last year in the World Series at Cleveland, game 3, pitched 3 innings in an extra inning ball game and got the Indians their first win in that World Series. Eddie Murray, now his adversary, drove in the winning run against Atlanta that night. And there's a swinging strike one by Mark Parent.
Well, the Orioles probably don't want to hear this because they want to win today, but by scoring that run in the 9th inning, and they're going to stretch Mesa out 3 innings, that could have a huge effect on tomorrow, even if Cleveland wins this ball game.
1-2 call to the outside. Parent up for the first time in this game. Will be followed by the left-handed batting slugger, Brady Anderson, and then Todd Zeile. Here's Anderson. Mesa, we're told, also pitched 3 innings in a ball game this past July against the Minnesota Twins. The only time this year that he went as many as 3. And makes short work of Parent. 21 strikeouts for Cleveland pitching. More baseball coming up later tonight in these division series. The Dodgers and Braves, of course, playing right now in Atlanta on Fox. The Cardinals and Padres tonight at 7:30 in San Diego. Must win for the Padres. That'll be 7:30 on NBC. Tomorrow, if the Dodgers win, Game 4 with the Braves, 1 o'clock right here on ESPN. The Orioles and Indians, if the Indians win, 7:30 on Fox tomorrow. And if the Padres win tonight, as Brady Anderson takes ball 1, we'll have Game 4 of the Padres-Cardinals series right here on ESPN at 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific. Brady Anderson, 1 hit, 1 walk, and he's reached an error. He's been on base 3 times. Center field, often started back, now moves to his left a bit. 2 down. Orel Hershiser would pitch here tomorrow for Cleveland if there's a game. And Scott Erickson would oppose him for the Orioles.
Well, both hitters here in the top half of the 11th inning. Mark Parent was opening up, looking for a ball in, and Brady Anderson, same thing. Mesa got it out away from him, so Brady didn't get everything behind that swing.
Todd Zeile, 2 for 5. Single in the 3rd, double in the 7th. Bullpen activity for Cleveland. Pop foul by Zeile, out of play into the upper deck. The Yankees are the first team to have won their series. They did so by beating Texas 6-4 in Arlington today. Well, Mike Hargrove trying to avoid seeing Baltimore celebrate on his field. 3-3 in the 11th. In the bullpen, Chad O.J., the young right-hander, warming up.
Whichever team comes out of this series did not play well against the Yankees this year. The Yankees were 10-3 against Baltimore and 9-3 against Cleveland.
1-2 to Zeile. Manny Ramirez is scheduled to lead it off for Cleveland in the last of the 11th. Strike 3 call. Five strikeouts for Mesa in 3 innings. Ramirez coming up. It is still 3-3 in Cleveland.
You and you
Have the right to play sports until the cows come home.
You have the right to assemble.
You have the right to be equipped.
You have the right to free speech.
But anything you say can be held against you.
That's life
Liberty.
and the pursuit of the goal.
But you don't have the right to remain thirsty.
Not when there's Gatorade.
Because every athlete has the right to be quenched.
These are your rights.
Now get out there and exercise them.
Life is a sport.
Drink it up.
That white-brown stripe means we're in for a harsh winter.
No, mild winter.
Wait, it's the black stripes, which means blizzards.
While opinions on the weather have differed, folks have always agreed Lennox is the name to trust for heating and cooling.
Let's ask Dave.
And you can still count on Lennox today, even if you can't count on the forecast.
Got a question, boys?
Never mind.
Lennox, one less thing to worry about.
There's excitement in the air. Soon, you can get a message and send a reply. Tomorrow, your pager will talk to you.
Good luck, son.
Motorola Flex technology is changing everything, providing speed and reliability. Flex. It's what makes Motorola the architects of a wireless world. Motorola, what you never thought possible.
John Miller, Kirby Puckett, Dave Campbell, 3-3. We go to the last of the 11th from Jacobs Field in Cleveland. Coming up next on ESPN2, we'll have the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. It'll be on ESPN2. And for those of you watching on ESPN, coming up after the ball game, the Las Vegas Invitational. Although apparently, Kirby and Dave, they didn't invite us. They knew we were busy.
John, you've said strike three 31 times today.
And I have this feeling I haven't said it quite enough yet. And Armando Benitez, who struck out the side in the 10th inning, facing Manny Ramirez. Another power versus power matchup here. Although he retired Ramirez in a big spot in the ball game Wednesday in Baltimore with the bases loaded. He got Ramirez on a strikeout. There's that off-speed pitch again with which he struck out Albert Bell. 1 ball, 1 strike. Matt Dobson on the phone to the Orioles bullpen.
The Orioles phone is way down at the far end of their dugout. Some of the Baltimore people were complaining about that because they said when it gets noisy they can't hear it ring.
Watch out. Foul ball back to Dave Campbell, and he made the catch right here in the booth.
Hey, you see him knock me over? You see him knock me over?
You're a hitter. I played defense.
Yeah.
Let's see the ball, Dave. Very nice.
Thank you.
Are you all right? You okay?
I'm keeping this one.
You okay?
Is he okay? No, I'm hurt. He tackled me.
I blame myself. I should have been calling for the catch, right?
Yeah, you should have.
Ramirez is down on strikes.
That's the 31st time. I miscalculated.
Well, it'll be pretty easy to lose count.
Slider again from Benitez. So I think after Albert Bell went up and got his best fastball yesterday, I think maybe he decided maybe I got to start using that breaking ball a little bit as Nigel Wilson is going to come out and hit for Jeff Kent.
And again, apparently Tomey is hurt. He got the wrist problem. Did not start the ball game. And even here, they're not using him. So managers don't like to just go out and publicize that. I mean, they like teams to think that they might use somebody.
Well, this game isn't over yet. There still might be time, and the situation might be right, and you might have no choice but to use it.
Coming up tonight at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, the Clemson Tigers versus Florida State. The Seminoles are 3-0, ranked number 2 in the country. Clemson and Florida State tonight at 7 Eastern on ESPN.
Well, we're going to see something interesting if we go to the 12th inning. It's going to be a tough decision for Mike Hargrove. He's either got to use Tomey at third or get Candell out of the DH spot, which is going to create an interesting situation with the pitcher. So if we go that far, it could get interesting.
Well, a Sunday night ball game here earlier in the year. Nigel Wilson came off the bench and hit a pinch hit home run. It was his first major league hit. He had 26 at-bats and was hitless. And then on Sunday Night Baseball, he launched one.
Prime-time player.
Formerly with the Florida Marlins. Also spent some time in the Cincinnati organization. 2-0 the count. In the Baltimore bullpen, Randy Myers is up, along with Elrod Hendricks out there, the bullpen coach. There will be no save here unless the Orioles can go ahead first, and Davy Johnson may need to save the tie before he needs to try and save a win. One out, nobody on, 11th inning. Benitez has not thrown a strike yet to Nigel Wilson. He didn't give him much of a target up there, Kirby.
Stands right there. You don't think he's falling behind. That's not a good thing right now.
September the 8th against the Seattle Mariners. Wilson came up and launched one. Now that looked like a forkball, didn't it?
It looked like something off speed, a little change-up or something.
Well, whatever it is, the same pitch he struck out Albert Bell with.
Maybe it's a BP fastball.
No, you guys talked me out of that one. Yeah. 3-1 the count to Nigel Wilson. Well, kind of hard to relax down in that Cleveland dugout. Right along the third base line. Zeal, nice pickup, long throw. Got it. What a play.
Wilson almost had his body to snap in half right there.
He was hustling.
Catcher number 15, Sandy.
I think he was kind of caught in between right here. You see Zeal not guarding the line. That's a great play by Zeal. Backhanded, sets up, makes a strong throw over there. And Wilson's hustling down there. I think what he wanted to do, he wanted to slide, but he got too close to the base.
Lucky he didn't break his ankle.
Very lucky.
But why did he want to slide? Why not just go in right through the bag, running hard?
Trying to get on base any way he can. Going to get one shot at it, trying to make it look good.
2 down, and Sandy Alomar almost hit by the pitch. And Sandy hit the big hit back in the 4th inning, a 2-run, 2-out single when Cleveland was trailing 2-0. Then in the 9th inning, with a man aboard at second base and 1 out, he popped one up, and the Orioles could not catch it. Another pop foul coming back.
Last year it was Tony Pena in game 1 who hit the dramatic home run, and I'll tell you, the Indians right now need somebody to step up big. They're probably going to have to go deeper into their bullpen next inning, and they're going to have some defensive options they're going to have to explore.
On the right field line, Bonilla on the run, but this one is twisting back and in amongst the spectators out there. Roberto Alomar also gave chase. 1-2 the count to Sandy Alomar.
Remembering the all-around utility man infield-wise, Casey Candell came in to run for Kevin Seitzer, so Candell is currently the DH, and they pinch hit for Kent with Nigel Wilson, who's an outfielder. So Jim Thome is it, or they'll have to move Candell in, and then they put the pitcher in the lineup.
Right back to Benitez. So Benitez has given the Orioles 2 shutout innings in this rather important game. Roberto Alomar, Rafael Palmeiro, Bobby Bonilla coming up, still tied.
A long time ago, someone said, "I'm better than you." The fearless face off. They charge headlong into the crease, into boards, into history. Fiery tempers spill across frozen tundra. Players get faster, more aggressive, less polite. A frenzied dash for a cup where keepers are unconscious, forwards are psychic, and hats are for tricks. Human sacrifice in the name of Lord Stanley. And into center ice, it's carved, "I'm better than you, and I can prove it." NHL 97. If it's in the game, EA Sports. It's in the game.
The Outback is all Madden country, and out here, they have their own kind of tailgating. Outbacking. Check out that perfect end-over-end. That's all Madden. These seasoned pros are ready to go. That's all Madden. And there's no penalty for piling on.
You'll always find a great steak and a great time at Outback Steakhouse.
One thing I never hear in the Outback is, that's all Madden.
Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right.
I can't believe I'm losing my hair back here.
Like father, like son.
Yeah, right.
Look, if you want to regrow some hair, check this out.
Rogaine? Don't you need a prescription?
Not anymore.
How's it work? Rogaine goes to the root of your hair and for some people gets it to grow.
What have you got to lose?
Nothing, I guess, except more hair.
That's been easy to use.
And it's starting to work.
See, there's room for growth in every relationship.
Rogaine, medically proven to regrow hair.
Update from Atlanta with the Braves have a 1-0 lead in the Fred McGriff RBI double in the first. Glavine has a 3-hit shutout. This game could end before ours does with Nomo going against Glavine. We go back to Cleveland for the next extra inning.
All right, Gary. Extra innings, we've got plenty of them here. It's the 12th inning, Game 4 of the American League Divisional Series. The Orioles and the Cleveland Indians. The winner of this series will meet the Yankees next week in the league championship series. Jim Thome has come on to play third base for Cleveland, but he did not come on as a pinch hitter in the 11th inning. Here's Roberto Alomar to lead it off in the 9th inning with the Orioles down by a run. B.J. Surhoff got them started with a single, and later with 2 down, Roberto Alomar blitzed a single in to bring home the tying run of the game, and it is still tied. That was against Mesa. Alomar, pretty good bunter, and often bunts, and the third baseman Thome very shallow down the line from third. Alomar 2 base hits today in 5 at-bats with a run batted in. That's a called strike.
John, I bet the last time Jose Mesa pitched into his 4th inning was when he was a starter.
And of course, when Cleveland got him from Baltimore, that's what he was. He was a starting pitcher. That one is hit deep into center field. Lofton is going back, still going back, all the way back. Gone, home run. So Alomar, in his next at bat against Mesa, after tying the game in the 9th inning with a single, he has homered in the 12th inning. 4-3 Baltimore.
Guess that last hit he got was a big hit for him. Got his confidence back. Got him going. Got a good fastball right there for Mason to hit. Nice short swing. Brother setting up inside. Nice low pitch. Where left-handers want it.
Now Rafael Palmeiro. And that one is ball 1 down and away. Well, Roberto Alomar last Saturday in Toronto broke a tie ball game in extra innings with a home run against the Blue Jays, and that was how the Orioles won the wild card berth in the first place. Palmeiro swings and fouls it back out of play.
Well, again, for Mike Hargrove and the Indians, they did just about everything right. Had 2 outs in the 9th inning with a lead, but Alomar gets the hit to tie it. Right now, Hargrove just felt he didn't have an option. He had to stay with Mesa.
Deep down the left field line by Palmeiro, but this one is slicing back and out of play, foul. 1-2 to Palmeiro, who hit a home run all the way back in the 2nd inning. Struck out 3 times and flied out since then.
The improbable 22 strikeouts by Baltimore hitters today, and yet they have a lead here in the 12th inning.
The most strikeouts ever thrown against the Orioles in their history. Palmeiro swinging wildly to pitch up out of the strike zone. That's 23 strikeouts against him.
A lot of times it's easier to drop the bat head on 95 miles an hour down than it is up. And Robbie got a good piece of it, and everybody wants to take a look.
Alomar got a good look too. Now here's Bobby Bonilla. Since he homered in the 2nd inning, he has struck out 4 straight times.
I've been there.
I've been there. I didn't go 5 because they pinch hit for me.
Well, now, I mean, we all figured David been there. We know his lifetime average. I can't believe you were ever there, Kirby.
Yes, I was. I was there several times.
4 times?
Proud to admit it now that I'm done playing.
Golden sombrero. The golden sombrero.
If I was still playing, I wouldn't be happy to admit that.
Roberto Alomar, maybe the hero of this one, with a dramatic home run here in the 12th inning, and we know Kirby Puckett has definitely been there too. Game 6 of the 1991 series against Atlanta. Now, they told me that you called that home run before you went up and hit it, Kirby.
That's not true. I don't know where you get misinformation, I think.
So I always wanted to ask you about that.
Well, what happened was I was going to bunt against Charlie D. Brand, and Chili Davis was on deck. And Chili said, Puck, he said, bunt. He said, bunt my butt. He said, you go up there, get a good pitch and hit it out of ballpark. I said, all right. And that's the true story.
So it was Chili Davis who called?
Yes, Chili Davis called. It wasn't me.
He sort of like managed you and forced you to hit it.
Yeah, I was going to bunt.
Bobby Bonilla lifts a high pop-up down the left field line. Nobody can get there. Tomey, Vizquel, and Bell. Tomey got the closest. And it's 3-2 to Bonilla. He's still up there.
Looking ahead to Cleveland's ninth, Vizcaíno, and then back to Lofton and Vizquel. Bell would be the 5th hitter in the bottom of the 12th.
And the Orioles closer, Randy Myers, is now warming up. You may see him in the last of the 12th. Look out into the Orioles dugout. And they may have to count heads.
Wow.
And it looked like he came the closest to David Wells down there. Tony Tarasco, he's not on the postseason roster. Here's a look. Man,
that had eat you all over it. I think it did get Wells.
Wow.
He got hit in his first start. Got hit a line shot off his ankle, right?
Target practice.
Got me flinching up here now.
Kirby, you got to make a play in that one. That one had a little smoke coming back this way.
Wow. Well, he doesn't look like he's too badly hurt.
It's like football. They give you a game ball when you have a good outing. Look at David. He had a good outing today. He gets a game ball right in the middle of his stomach.
Bonilla decided to give it to him about 140 miles an hour. Yeah. We're with you, David. 3-2 the count. Bonilla fights another one off. Well, the plans of Hargrove, and they were certainly well laid, but it did not include Wells, or rather Mason, not getting through the 9th inning. That's when they were supposed to wrap it up. Now the Orioles have gone ahead. High in the air to center. Lofton backpedaling. And that is, I didn't think that was ever going to come down out there. 2 down. And Cal Ripken coming up.
Is that a just miss, Kirby? He got great wood on that ball.
Yeah, he hit it. Just got under it a little bit.
Hargrove on his way out. You may just think Mesa has hit the wall.
Mesa has thrown 60 pitches in this game. Mesa, a pitcher who usually maybe comes in, throws 15 to 20 in an average appearance. Rarely goes more than 1 inning in a game. And he's in his 4th inning of this one. He has given up 2 runs and 6 hits since he's been in there, and has 6 strikeouts in that time.
Jose said the magic words. I'm okay.
Right after the game on ESPN2 will be the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, and on ESPN, the Las Vegas Invitational. Stay tuned. Two down, nobody on, but a run in for the Orioles. It is 4-3 Baltimore. Cal Ripken, 1 for 5 today. And that's too low. Cal has not had a great day. I mean, he's struck out a couple of times, and when he got his only hit, he then got thrown out by Manny Ramirez coming too far around second base, and a subsequent Eddie Murray hit. Look out, here you go, Kirby.
That's why you're the play-by-play man.
He tells me to look out, and then he clangs it like that.
I was trying to protect you, man.
No, I had it, man.
U.S. Steel give you your Iron Hands contract on that, John? They're taking pot shots at us back here.
Wow.
Cal drives one deep into left center field, headed for the big wall out there, and it will short hop the wall. Ripken heading for second. Bell's throw in too late. And a sliding double for Cal Ripken.
Well, Hargrove's going to make the move now. Mason may have said he's okay, but he lost some steam off pitches. Alomar hit it well. Bonilla just missed that ball to center, and Cal rifles one off the fence, and Hargrove will make the move.
Ripken's 3rd double of the series. Eddie Murray coming up, and we've got a pitching change. 4-3 Baltimore.
It's back.
Since 6 alive.
SE5.
Gotta go for a ride.
Customized with air, cassette stereo, sliding rear window, alloy wheels, and chrome bumpers.
Yeah, sakes alive.
Mazda SE5.
Let me go for a ride.
Just $11,995. Buy with 4.8 for $48.
Just let me go for a ride.
Mazda.
Got a passion for the road.
The legendary SE5.
If you've been injured in an auto accident,
call Jenkins, Block & Mary. We've lowered our fees in handling your personal injury cases.
And not only have we lowered fees, we're providing more services.
Longer office hours.
And instant access to any one of our personal injury professionals.
So if you've been injured in an auto accident, we can provide effective one-on-one service and lower rates.
Call us today to find out how JBM can be your disability team.
Jenkins, Block & Mary. We work for you.
Looking for a stylish wagon at a price you can afford? Don't look at Saturn or Corolla. The Hyundai Elantra has much more for less. Need more power and more room? Leave Corolla and Saturn behind. Elantra has more. The wagon that comes with standard dual airbags costs just $97.99 after $2,000 cash back. That's over $4,400 less than Corolla. And you can get no money down and no payments for 90 days. So be smart and buy smart. Drive home the Elantra wagon for under $10,000. See your Hyundai dealer today.
Update from Atlanta. 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. Hideo Nomo facing Mark Lemke, who catches up with a fastball and blasts it over Chad Curtis. Tom Glavine a double. He scores. Grissom comes in as well, and it's a 3-0 lead. But Nomo's still not out of the inning. Chipper Jones tees off and golfs a home run for 2 more. It is now 5-0. Nomo's out of the game, and the Braves are on the edge of sweeping.
And here the Orioles are also on the edge of eliminating the Cleveland Indians as Jose Mesa unable to save the ball game in the 9th inning, and now he has given up the go-ahead run in the 12th. And the Orioles are trying to get more for that man, Randy Myers, who will undoubtedly come on in the last half of the 12th inning for the Orioles. Meanwhile, coming on to pitch now for Cleveland is Chad Ojay. Young right-hander, became the 4th starter in their rotation, mostly in the second half of the year. What about this guy, Kirby?
Well, Chad Ojay, he has an outstanding changeup. Throws the fastball, curveball. He's got a great changeup. If he wants to get somebody out, I think he's going to throw the changeup quite a bit here to Eddie if he faces it.
Devereaux on deck hitting in the 8th spot. Let's see if they walk Murray to get to the right-handed batter.
No other left-handed hitters available off the bench. The only non-pitcher left on the Orioles bench is Bill Ripken, a right-handed hitter. They are going to, in fact, walk Eddie.
Another thing to consider in the bottom half of the 12th inning, Kevin Seitzer was pinch run for, so Casey Candell is scheduled to hit 4th in the inning. Brian Giles, Tony Pena, both available, so we'll have to wait and see at that point if anybody gets on base.
Giles a lefty and Pena a right-handed hitter. Candell a switch hitter. So Eddie Murray will get the free pass. 2 men on with 2 men out. And now Mike Devereaux. He was the MVP of the National League Championship Series last year with Atlanta.
Fielder, number 10, Mike Devereaux.
Davey Johnson. And this game has taken so many twists and turns, hasn't it? The Orioles were ahead. Cleveland came back to tie after the Orioles let some big opportunities go by. And Cleveland went ahead, and finally, when the Orioles looked like they were all but dead, nobody could even make contact. Somehow they got 3 hits in the 9th against Mesa to stay alive and tie the game. Devereaux the hitter. Ball 1. Mesa 3 2/3 innings. And surely he's not pitched that many in the 2 years he's been a closer. Never this year. Well, like we know, since he's been a closer, he hasn't pitched that many until today. He used to pitch long relief for Cleveland the year before last. 2-0.
Changeup right there from OJ.
Just as you expected.
He's going to throw it.
Ripken at second, Murray at first for Baltimore. Already leading 4-3. There it is again.
See, I know some things sometimes.
So now that he's established the changeup, 2-0, 2-1. Now what? Fastball in, maybe?
No, another changeup.
Okay.
All right. Now what?
Another changeup.
Don't go away from your strength.
Quit showing off, Kirby.
No, I'm not showing that. He's got a good one. You see it right there. Kind of got good arm motion behind it. Devereaux can't stay back.
Another changeup. This time Devereaux pops it up, and Ramirez takes it. The Cleveland Indians could be 3 outs from elimination. Vizcaino, Lofton, and Vizquel up. Bell not due until the 5th spot.
Hey, plumber boy, mustache man, your worst nightmare has arrived.
Pack up your stuff. I got a little surprise for you here.
Check it out. What do you think about that? We got real time, 3D, lush organic environments. How's that make you feel, buddy?
Feel a little like your days are numbered?
I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
You're hurting my elbow.
Is that Italian?
No, Bandicoot. It's an Australian name.
Recently, an independent group of brewmasters and beer experts conducted a tasting of just about every major beer in the country. For 4 months, they sampled regular and ice beers for character, flavor, and overall quality. And in the end, the judges named one beer the best tasting beer in America, Old Milwaukee. So when you want the best tasting beer, now you know where to turn. Old Milwaukee.
You know, life's unfair. Showing you these freshly baked Pizza Hut pizzas when you're this hungry? A choice of 12 toppings, piping hot, 3 amazing crusts, unbearably tempting. It's just not fair. But at least these prices are. $7.99 for a medium pizza with 1 topping or $12.99 for 2. Pick up the phone and call us. What's that? Oh, you've already ordered from somewhere else, have you? Well, it's just not your day, is it, my man?
Roberto Alomar has put the Orioles ahead 4-3 as we go to the last of the 12th inning. Before he did that, back in the 9th inning with 2 down and 2 strikes, he tied the ball game with a blue pit against Jose Mesa, and then in the 12th, he launched one into center field, into the bleachers, and now his Orioles are 3 outs away from a trip to the American League Championship Series against their long-time arch enemies, the New York Yankees. Randy Myers, the veteran closer, comes on to try and wrap it up. And Myers, certainly a longtime veteran of postseason play. One of the former nasty boys with the Cincinnati Reds. Jose Vizcaino scheduled to lead it off. The only men remaining on the bench, as Dave Campbell pointed out, for Cleveland, other than pitchers, Ryan Giles, a left-handed hitter, and Tony Pena, a right-handed hitter. Lofton scheduled after the switch-hitting Vizcaino, a lefty, and then the switch-hitting Vizquel due up 3rd, and then Candel is in the 4th spot for this inning. The bunt, nicely done. Barehanded pickup, Zeal throws him out. What a play.
Great play by Todd Zeal right there. Playing in. Nice bunt by Vizcaino, too, but come in barehanded by Zeal. Perfect throw to Palmeiro.
Key to the play is watching the ball into your bare hands. So many times infielders want to take a peek at that runner, but watch the concentration of Zeal's eyes, watching the ball right into the bare hand, then looking up and making the solid throw. Great play by Todd Zeal.
Yeah, Davey Johnson could appreciate it. One down, Kenny Lofton now. Zeal's had a pretty solid day over there at third base. Lofton, ball 1. And Zeal is a good 30 feet down the line from 3rd for Lofton. Lofton tried to bunt against him back in the 3rd, and Zeal threw him out. One ball, 1 strike now.
Kenny again struggling against the left-handers. He's had a tough time Lefties all day long for him that he's hit off of. Randy Myers throwing a slider. He's stepping in the bucket. Just trying to make contact.
Is this game, I mean, this game is one of great highs and great lows. Yesterday, Armando Benitez at his lowest ebb, the young right-hander giving up the grand slam. Now, if Myers can hold it, Benitez would get the win with 2 strong innings of relief, including a strikeout in the 10th inning of Albert Bell the day after.
And not only that, but Jesse Orozco had a day of redemption also coming in, getting some big outs.
Left field, Devereaux is waiting. Out number 2. And the Orioles are just 1 out away from a rather astounding victory over the Cleveland Indians, the winningest team in the majors, the defending American League champions, and the Orioles, the wild card team, a second-place team, 1 out away from going to the League Championship Series against the team to whom they finished second, the New York Yankees. It would start Tuesday at Yankee Stadium.
Well, to show you, anybody can win on any day, especially in a short series.
Omar Vizquel, strike 1 called.
John, we talked about yesterday, Benitez, Orozco struggling, Bell the hero, Kenny Lofton had a big day today. Bell and Lofton are 0 for 9 between them.
You shut those 2 down, plus Tomey not in the game. 2 down, 2 strikes. And they are getting ready for a wild celebration in the Baltimore clubhouse at the Jake. 2 strikes, 2 down. Here it comes. Too low. 1 and 2 now to Vizquel. Cal Ripken has not been in postseason play since his 2nd year in the major leagues, 1983, when he was the MVP in the American League and the Orioles won it all. Albert Bell, is this his final game as a Cleveland Indian? Strike 3. The ball game is over. The Orioles have won the divisional series against the Cleveland Indians. The wild card team has defeated Cleveland in their home field.
Just an emotional day for both sides. Unbelievable. 33 strikeouts in the game. The Orioles strike out 23 times, yet hit 3 solo home runs, get a clutch hit from Robbie Alomar. Mike Hargrove managed brilliantly until 2 outs in the 9th. Mesa couldn't get the out, and it really proved to be their undoing.
And so Ripken and Murray back together again after all those many years. And they are headed to the American League Championship Series together. And a long day for Jose Mesa and the Cleveland Indians. A stunning defeat in their home ballpark. Final score 4-3. The Orioles in 12 innings. John Miller for Kirby Puckett and Dave Campbell. Thanks for joining us. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. From Cleveland, so long, everyone.
I'm George Ferris, chairman of Ferris Baker Watts. We're all concerned about taxes, including taxes on investment income. Tax-free bonds can help you keep the money you earn. Because Ferris Baker Watts participates in financing projects like Camden Yards, we are the source for tax-free bonds. Call Ferris Baker Watts today. Helping reduce your taxes is one way of saying, we want your business, we'll earn your trust.
He's one of baseball's latest heroes both on and off the field. Setting the Ironman record of most consecutive games played, Cal Ripken Jr. has shown why he's destined for baseball's Hall of Fame. Now you can share a piece of this legend with the Ironman Collector Watch. This elegantly styled stainless steel watch is a unique limited edition collectible. This fashionable watch has an attractive micron-plated brass plate for the hour dial, with the date Cal Ripken Jr. broke Lou Gehrig's record and the watch's collector number on the back. It all comes inside this unique leather-like baseball case and includes a matching certificate of authenticity. This valuable collectible will be sold during this TV introductory offer for only $69.95 on a first-come, first-served basis.
To order your Cal Ripken watch for 3 payments of $24.63, call 1-800-272-2800 or send check or money order for $69.95 plus $3.95 shipping and handling to Cal Ripken Watch, P.O. Box 2648, Grand Central Station, New York, New York, or call 1-800-272-2800.
Congratulations, Orioles, on winning the Division Series playoffs. Next up, the American League Championship Series. And you saw all the action on WNUV TV 54 Baltimore.
Coming up next on Ravens Report, we're big, we're purple, and we're dancing a jig. The Ravens took another sip from the Victory Cup on Sunday, and we have highlights. Rob Burnett explains his longevity in the NFL, and we wonder, can two birds coexist in the same town? Find out next on Ravens Report.